Just to make sure that we see everything for what it is. Look here. Okay, it's yeah, that's old school shit. This is last January, man. That's what, this is 16 months old. And I was like, man, I don't like it. There was a previous version and I redesigned it, and I'm like, well, okay, good job, banana. Like, well done. But I'm like, man, I don't like it again. I still don't like it. So, like, I'm simplifying it down to here, so that I'll run it all in this. Whoa. Yeah. So that I'll run it. I just drew up this motor. This one. It's here. And it's a similar setup, but that's a vertical alignment, and this will go horizontally. We need to build that. That's a pneumatic. I call it a valve licker. It licks the valve, so it presses up against the cartridge. Obviously the cartridges are on top of this setup, and that small motor you can see there, that's also Swiss made Maxim motor. I mean, that's a bit too powerful for here, but I just put it in as a placeholder that I need the y-axis, the x-axis, I need the y-axis motor. This is plenty powerful, man. That's even way too powerful. Yeah, whatever. Ideally, I would put in an electric concentric screw mechanism in here. So imagine a screw mechanism that's hollow, that has a pancake style motor around it. So the motor, the nut, the lead nut and the lead screw are all concentric and hollow, so that I can route the powder hose. I need my hose, man. So I can route my hose up inside the valve licker. Yeah, that's how I would do it. But building that, I mean, I could machine it, I guess, but whatever. I'll just make a pneumatic version because it's a lot simpler. Pneumatic version that would do the job, and use a proportional valve to control strength, because as always the case when it comes to, there's a proportional valve with a stepper motor on the bottom. When it comes to new stuff, new buildings, new machines, you need some testing room, some wiggle for testing. And with a pneumatic system, it's a lot harder than with a stepper motor type of setup. So, because there's usually just two endpoints of a pneumatic cylinder or a pneumatic system. That's why I'm gonna put in a proportional valve, and that will bring us up the distance. Still considering whether I should build it electric, but you see, I got quite tight space there. I got very tight space, so I don't know. I could always give myself walls, because this war with myself, why it's taking so long, it's fought on side spaces. How much space am I going to allow myself with a machine to have around the cartridges? So ideally there wouldn't be any space, so the cartridge's edge would be the edge of the machine. But I wanted to say, but I can't do it. I could engineer it to fit in there, but it's just difficult. It takes a lot of time to figure out how you can shrink components down to that size to fit it in there, or purchasing everything. But it would be a fun challenge, and I would happily do it, but that's letting great be the enemy of good, which I've been doing. Truth be told, that's what I've been doing with this machine, because it would be good with a 4cm wall, but I was like, let's make 2. Now I got it down to 2. I might increase it to 3, so I'm like, what the fuck? Who knows? What is for certain is that I need to come to compromise with myself. Like, I need to just Just let it be. Whatever the wall thickness or the distance, the offset of the machine compared to the edge of the cartridges is, just let it be, man. It doesn't make the machine function any less well. But you see, it adds about, I don't know, 200, 300, 400 grams of steel. And when you're like, okay, that's 1,000, that's 400,000 grams. It's 400 kilos. Okay, well, why? You see, so when you're building one-offs, it's easy to come to compromises with yourself to be like, okay, that'll be like that, and no one cares. But when you need to design for mass production, it's a little different. You could be asking, Andy, you haven't even built a prototype. Why are you thinking about mass production? Because that's how I like to operate. I don't care about prototypes. I don't. I don't need to prototype multi-axis linear motion just to know that it works. I know it works. I know how to make it work. It's a question of using the least amount of material necessary for the job. And I'm calculating this one for 100 pieces. Maybe I'll sell out what I've got in stock of these motors, and I've got like 40 of the y-axis motors. So maybe I'll just be like, sell those out, and then fuck it, and then I'll care about it. Maybe I'll stick in one for cleaning, one upright, and then I've got 20 of these motors. I might get more. I might be able to get more, but I got 20 of these, and I've got 40 of the others. So I can get virtually any amount of the others. But who knows? It would be fun just to make 100 grand off of e-waste parts and be like, told you, son. Just for kicks, man. This engineering thing is piece of cake for me. I have to find challenges within it for myself, because just building machines to achieve an end result is not that difficult. I can comfortably say that I'm at a level where I wouldn't say that's necessarily difficult without any external constraints, as in size, cost, weight, consumption, blah, 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 blah. You could say, well, obviously, but those are the things that make engineering hard. Yeah, but you can dial those to a degree where you have to challenge your own self. At least I believe I have to. I could be churning out machines daily, man. Every week I could build something new. Like, ooh, here's an autonomous ladder with 4 omnidirectional wheels, and you can move about, and just it closes itself and parks itself next to the wall, and you can go painting and just drive around on a ladder. Yeah, it's cool, but what's the challenge? It's fun to build stuff like that, but where's the challenge? And the challenge for me lies within these constraints, self-imposed. Yes, but they are sensible constraints, so they're not nonsensical constraints. Well, all constraints are sensible. Less motors, less consumption, less weight, less material cost, and that trickles down the line of logistics and production, and just supply chain efficiency improvements come from reducing weight. Component count reduction, that's a no-brainer. It's cool, man. It would be nice to live in a world. It's nice to live in this world too, but it would be amazing to live in a world where this just morphs out of something. I believe that we will distill this engineering wizardry down to its most basic components of the molecules themselves, and just combine them in a way that's unfamiliar yet. But it's still cool, man. I can sit down in front of my computer, hold a vernier caliper and a few parts, and I can put it into the computer, design accompanying components that hold it all together, and then chuck it back on a machine and hold the parts that come out at the other end. It's good. I'm not complaining, but it would be nice when it would just emerge from a liquid, a paste, or whatever. I don't know. Still good. I love these little Maxim motors, and I think I'll go inside now and lay out to you what I got. I got some interesting stuff today, to say the least. God bless the e-waste gods. I mean, different gods have superiority over other gods. I don't know. Just bless Blessings to the e-waste gods. Let me show you around, man. On my way outside, look what I see. Man, you have to give it to him. Easy, so fucking fun. Do you want to let him know?
Let him know. You know, I changed some things today. I changed up the vehicle. This is the new gear.
Oh shit.
What a bike. But you know, same old habits.
Same old, same old.
Hallod, ez nagyon jó.
Semmi?
Ezt múltkor fölvettem valahol.
Yeah, it's lángvágó, vágod.
Fölfele nézel?
Yo, what up? Man, this is what I want to show you here, but I want to lay that nice on the table, but you see how it arrives to my facility. It's just a little treat. Cost new. So the new cost of this is north of $3,000, I guess. Man, it's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Then I'll unpack it, tidy up the table a little, and then I'll show you what's going down. Yo, bike repairing going on. He said it's the summertime, we need to resurrect the dead bikes. I just put these out because they're interesting. I'm gonna work on the color trolley now. So I've got quite a few Scalar i6000s there. 6 of them to be exact. Got these, yeah, I'll show you on the computer what my plan is. Still need to figure out a way to move the y-axis. So that way this would be the y-axis here. I think I'll go with pneumatics for Z-axis, but for the Y I'll go with electronics. I might go with electronics for Z as well. We'll see. I'm thinking about this for Y-axis now. This looks good.